Are we on? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Microphone check. Lights. Cameras.
This is swanky. This is lifestyle. This is culture. Welcome to the social center of everything culture. Culture Daily.
A few years ago, we probably would say TC. It's a company back in the day that was called PT. I don't know, and that's why those in the 80s, PT. For those who were born in the 80s, you probably remember PT. And they had a very interesting commercial that goes like, PT is the name. Cyril, do you remember? I know you probably say yes, but anyway, that dates us back to the 80s. But yes, we are in today being the 18th of February. It's a special day in 2025. Why? Because we are going to celebrate Celestine's birthday party. Yes, watch out for that. We're talking about that more and more. But switch to Telecel fixed broadband today and experience incredible bonuses, non-expiry bundles, and data transfers across devices. Listen, if you're a new customer, you're getting 50% if you subscribe to Telecel fixed broadband. But for those who are already on there, if you renew, you are getting 300% bonus data. Interesting. Now, so subscribe via the Telecel Play app, or you can just dial *900# or go to a retail outlet or their website, which is telecel.com.gh, and get connected today. Telecel, connecting energies. Betway has great news for you as well. And this morning, I'm telling you that, listen, you know, we've all been there before, right? You've placed that perfect multi-bet and it's going your way until one or more pick lets you down. Well, with Betway's Bet Saver feature, you can always win even if your bet misses. Even on multiple losses, you can get your bet back and more. Bet Saver is exclusive to Betway. Betway, get way more. Anyway, we'll tell you more about Clean's Pepsodent as the show goes on. But this morning, without wasting much time, we're live in the studio with ladies and gentlemen. Please, y'all, welcome to Culture Daily. Thank you very much. Yes. Yesterday, last week actually, we ended on a very interesting note, and we're taking that note from there. We're talking about fasting, and you know, fasting and that's in relation to size, body mass, weight, and one of the trending practices in Ghana, because I'm Ghanaian and I can only speak for Ghana and not Benin or Togo, is the practice of people taking medicine to enhance their sexual practices as well as sizes of their, right? So this morning we're talking about medication that people use to increase penis size, and we're really discussing. We've already discussed how ladies do all sorts of BBLs and body enhancements. We are honored to have Dr. Chris in the house. We also have Dr. Isilfua, who also joins us from the 3 Music Labs, and as well as Jason is also here with us. Dr. Cyril, good morning. Please, how are you, sir?
He's not doctor, or professor.
Professor Cyril, yes. And practice French, you say practisoire. Lenny Lomote.
What is that? What is practisoire?
Chief practitioner.
Okay. I see. Interesting.
Yes. So we've seen it. Look, Doc, we get on those buses and then people are selling all medicines and drugs. You get to the market centers. Have you before I even ask Chris, has any of you taken any of such drugs before? Jason, have you?
Oh no! I'm good, man. I'm fine.
What do you mean by you're good?
I'm fine. Because you take a drug.
How are you?
I'm fine. You take a drug when you feel like you're lacking, right? And I just want to.
You want to enhance. So you want to go straight to the question? Oh, yeah, wait. Let's go around the house. Don't go to the doc yet. I just want to find out if.
No.
But to the ladies, I want to ask: have you witnessed your partners take such drugs before to enhance size of their manhood? Maybe you're not pleased.
I'll not go there. I'll not be there to watch that happen.
But it comes down to that question about, on a more serious note, AC, I know you are waiting for yours and I know your answer already. The question on that size really matter, and I know that has been a conversation on a lot of people's, relationships, and unnecessary pressure on men or the male species to deliver and all those things, But now to my question to you for a bonus point of 3 points. Have you been in any situation or a relationship or know someone who has used such medication to enhance size? All right. Bonus point for Alex, are you on such medication?
No.
Hey guys.
Are you on such medication?
Jinx.
Yeah.
How's it going?
This is big.
Music.
Left with 43 minutes, 47 minutes.
It go long.
But does it really work? And I mean, let's just understand that. Does it really work, Doc?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't work.
It doesn't?
It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It causes more problems than it should.
No, Doc. Hold on. I've seen. I mean, I shouldn't say I've seen.
Whoa.
I've seen it being advertised.
Yes.
I've seen it being advertised
Yes.
on a lot of websites.
Yes. It's a big industry. It's a big industry
yeah.
in over the world, even in our part of the world. It's a big industry. But for some reason, we don't have somebody who can tell you that I took this for a number of years or whatever, and this what the size was, and this is what I have now.
Okay, Doc. Hold on. You've gone too fast. Let's understand the structure of the male organ. Yes, thank you. That's what I've been looking for to make it to water it down. The male organ. Let's understand the structure of the male organ.
Right.
Yeah. Or Issy and Lenny will tell us. Okay, Doc. You focus on your.
You don't have some.
Can we know it better than you know yourself?
Oh, maybe you've been.
Technically, your viewing perspective will give you a more complete.
Use a mirror.
That's so.
Use a mirror.
Never mind.
So the basic principle is that it's an organ that has, it doesn't really have blood vessels running through it. It has passageways. It's like cheese, or should I use more like a honeycomb system? So blood rushes when a man is stimulated like mentally. The whole thing is mental. So whatever goes on up there convinces your body to send blood to the penis. Now, because it's not a blood vessel, but it's rather like a sponge, and it has like combs and holes and space in it, it fills that space, which makes it elongated and erect. If you are done whatever process during ejaculation has happened and all that, the blood rushes back out. Now, at night, when most men are asleep, this same process occurs about 3 to 6 times.
Why does that happen and men have to wake up with, most men wake up with
Yes,
hardened
whether you think
organ.
about it sexually, whether it's a sexual arousal in your dream or whatever, sometimes it's not. It's just natural occurrence because the body needs a way to function. It's a process of making sure the mechanism is working.
And the body chooses when we are sleeping.
Right, because that's the only time. What is the only time the body is in stasis?
Yeah, now I know why God actually put man to sleep to create woman. Think about it.
Yeah. Okay. So that's how it works. Now the thing is that there's a length and a girth, or should I use a better word, width or diameter. Now the length, there's an average. There's an average length everybody's supposed to have.
What is the average length of a male organ?
It's 5.1 to 5.3 inches.
Hey, Doc, hold on. Let's Google this. I mean, I want to see what 5. I don't know. I just want to see what 5 point something.
Yeah.
inches is. So that's technically like the
Can you use
size
your
of.
pen to show us, please?
No.
I need a ruler.
A ruler.
Can we
you
get
have
a
a ruler?
rule,
There's one in my
please,
bag.
guys?
Oh wait, no. Fetch it. We'll wait for you.
Can you use your
Our
pen?
phones.
No. The ruler will give us a
Use this, use
better
this.
perspective. It's too big.
Use this one.
I can't estimate what. The
It's
height
too
is.
big. It's too big.
Hold on.
No, Doc, fetch it. But are you guys stand by this
Stand.
revelation on what the
As in
average?
the
I'll be stand when he brings the rule and shows us. Then we'll know what the average is
So,
supposed
per
to
your
look
definition
like.
of stand, we'll know your perspective on what is normal for you. You know that, right?
No, that's not what it is. Yeah, today we are learning.
That's right.
We learn.
5.1 inch.
So most people know this. If you've done pre-tech before, any form, we know this. So this is a 30 centimeter rule, right? This is a 30 centimeter rule. 5 inches is about 13 centimeters. There's it. If you can see that.
That's
So
the average.
Yeah, that's average, 13 centimeters. So if you compare with my pen, I'm thinking we are somewhere. Okay, my pen is a bit longer.
Remove
than
the
that.
pen top.
So averagely, my pen is actually 14
Your
centimeters.
pen is actually.
My pen is 14
your
centimeters.
Pen is.
So the pen works, right?
The pen weight, so it's 14 centimeters. So we're a bit, so we have 13 centimeters here. Now this is the average.
Doc, are you saying from the top down?
From the top down.
Okay,
From the top
alright.
down.
To where
This
his
much, to where my hand
hand
is. This
is.
This would be the average.
Yes. Average. Yeah. Now let's do something else. There's something called micropenis. If you fall below, if you're less than 3 inches or 7.5, which is 7.5 centimeters. So that is it. You see, 5.1. Yeah. You see where 5.1 is on our image.
So wait, we have Kojo, we have maybe no Kojo, we have maybe Kwesi. Then we are going to anyway, I don't want to mention names.
So that's so the micropenis is what you see over the D, right?
The D,
So if you fall below, so it's either you are longer than the 5.1, 5.3.
Or you are.
If you are less than that, which you have to be like really less, like 7.5 centimeters, then it's a micropenis.
So a micropenis is based solely on the size, not the ability.
No, it's based on size.
Okay. So Doc, these images are in reference to when blood has filled.
Yes, this is an erect penis.
Okay. I didn't want to use that one.
Yes, because you can weather conditions, can make a penis shrink. But that doesn't mean that when aroused, it can't get to its length, natural length.
It can't move from a mini to a major. Right.
Makes sense.
But you see, Doc, with these images that you are showing us, there are stories told of men who come.
She was checking sizes.
Men who come from up north, right? I don't know, but there's this story or perception that they bath them with herbs and stuff like that. So it's okay. That's why it's assumed that a lot of them have like a big penis, right? Yeah. And then stories are told of men as well, right? I'm only asking to say that if it's not, why are you even laughing?
No, because I'm
serious.
It's fine. I don't know where she had these stories.
Men too. Let's just be clear.
Okay.
So I get what I'm trying to say.
You see, they say that, right? But if these medications and herbs and stuff don't work, how is it that these tribes are made to stand out from the lot when it comes to conversations with enlarged or big penis?
So the same data that applies to them doing that, right? Some underwent the same procedure and it didn't get bigger. There are certain people from the north and certain parts of the Volta region or T region that you're talking about that don't have that size. Does that mean that the medication didn't work or the herbs didn't work? No. Whatever penis size you have, nothing can influence it. It's genetic, inborn. That's how you came with. That's the package you came with. We can affect it surgically. We can yes, we can affect it surgically, but it's not long lasting. You can't work it out. People have used ways like we have the penis pump. It creates like a vacuum. There's an image of it. It's a vacuum. So you put your penis inside, then it actually mimics the idea of blood rushing to your penis. So that's a traction device. You put your penis in there, and the more you unscrew it, it lengthens the penis.
Oh my God.
Right, so that's how it's used.
So basically it's like stretching any other muscle.
Yeah, any other muscle. But the problem with that is when you build up a muscle, right, it concurrently works with your blood vessels growing along with it and building with you. But penis doesn't work in that way.
Oh.
So it becomes limp. Biceps. So it becomes very limp. So you can
man.
Because you are damaging the tissue. You see, unlike working out, you're actually eating proteins and you're working out and building bulk. So that's a pump. That's a penis pump.
Oh yes, I've seen this on some
people
websites.
doing this and all that.
Yeah, I've seen that pump on some websites. Yeah.
How this works is this was done for people with erectile dysfunction. So the
people with erectile function are using it.
Yes, it increases blood flow. It works in two ways. You put your penis in there, you pump it, it increases blood flow into the penis. Now, after you take out the pump, you're supposed to put a ring at the base of the penis to prevent the blood from returning.
Wait, what? Oh, okay. So make sure it's stuck.
It's stuck in there. So yeah, you do it once, twice. You keep doing this. It's got to a point your body will say, okay, since you have you got it, right?
It'll get used to it.
So, but that's not a bad thing. I mean, what's the negative side effect?
The negative side effect is
you can't wear skinny jeans, bro.
The negative side effect is that you are bypassing the system that actually works. You are bypassing the psychology of it. So now you could easily start getting aroused when nothing is going on. You could easily also have blood clotting because you send blood in there, so it's supposed to return.
The first one I was going to say, is that really a problem? But the second one,
you could have a problem.
like,
where
if I'm aroused on a regular, that's
you could also have there's another procedure where people they take fat from your lower belly and they inject into your penis, trying to elongate it.
Like BBL.
Yeah, BBL.
Okay.
Yeah, so remember the problem we talk about BBL, where the fat might not go around evenly, so it goes to store someplace. But the problem with the penis, if you do that, your body can reabsorb the fat back. So you stretch the muscle. Now the fat that holds it in place is gone. So it becomes loose skin and limp.
So in doing this BPL,
Yeah, let's call it that.
yeah, because that's what it is.
What is BPL?
Brazilian
Penis enlargement.
Oh,
Enlargement.
BP. Okay, enlargement. What are the possibilities? What are the possibilities that the person doesn't have to do it again, right? Because even with the BBLs, we hear that sometimes you have to go in and do it again. Also, because you mentioned that there are some holes in it that needs to be filled with blood before you get an erection and all of that. What spots or places are the fats going to fill?
So we have damage. So the fat is going to fill all those spaces we are talking about.
So what happens to the blood then?
That's a good question. So the blood is going to not have enough space. So it's going to push against the fat. So it's going to look longer for a minute.
But not stronger.
Not stronger.
Oh,
Okay, Doc, I think...
So let's use the word firmer. I prefer to use firmer. Yeah, it's not firm anymore. Now the problem with what all these things we are doing, for example, the stretching one, or the white one that we're talking about, you need to do this about 3 to 5 hours every day for it to work. For months, for it to even get 2 centimeters.
That ain't worth it, bro.
2 centimeters, jinx.
Or 5 hours, then she says she's not getting Uber.
You need to be doing this every day.
She said 5 hours, and she said she's not getting you go and be
So you know the with advent.
You go and be there on the
So remember with the advent of women wanting to become men, this transgender change, surgical procedures that were done. So they did procedures trying to change the vagina into a penis form, right? And realized that when they designed it, women came back and said those transgender came back and said that it was too wide, their partners couldn't take it.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Okay, no, I don't want you to go because the questions are a lot in different phases. So if you enter right now, we may not be able to come out.
No, I'm trying to. I'm going to go to a point. I'm going to raise a point.
Okay.
When we were talking about this, we were trying to identify. When you ask men what sizes are, do you know what the size men think it is that it should be?
What?
Men think it should be 6 to 7 inches. That's the ideal man. He
Can
thinks
you show it on your rule, please?
Yeah.
So
okay.
a man thinks this should be it from the top
Oh my
After
God.
erection.
after erection.
Are you a
This
horse?
is a man thinks. He thinks this is the ideal one that a woman wants,
Doc,
right?
Doc, yeah.
Right.
You see.
This is what 5 inches is.
Okay.
No,
So
no,
Doc,
was
no,
7
like,
Doc, please. Let's
Hold your horses.
let's
Cool down.
yeah, this will show at 10 p.m. too. So if in case you missed it this morning, tonight. But I wanted to take you back to something,
Okay,
please, before
okay.
we enter these sizes.
Okay.
You've showed us a chart of the different sizes. Can we understand the different parts? I say that because you've mentioned surgery and all these things. So what parts are they enhancing? And we need to understand because because I'm a guy, of course I know. So is there any word for the top, the middle, the down? Just to understand.
You want us to label the penis.
So when you do surgery, what parts are you working on?
So when we do a surgical procedure, let's imagine the penis being a pole, right?
Yes.
Which is basically so it has a head, a neck, and a body.
So what is the function? I beg to ask if I just sound graphic. What is the function of the cap?
Okay, so you are saying cap in a sense all of us are circumcised.
Assuming
everybody's circumcised.
KB's in the building.
Yeah, so assuming everybody's circumcised, the cap basically.
Yes, you're rather very quiet. Is everything okay?
I'm listening.
The cap,
I have a question
the
for
cap,
you
the cap is one of the most sensitive areas of the penis. It contains a lot of nerve endings.
Okay.
That's why even when you wear jeans and you don't wear underwear and it wraps against your jeans, you can even get excited because it's one of the most sensitive areas.
Okay.
Now when you get to the neck part of it, right, the blood vessels that run, those who have bulging blood vessels around their penis, it runs concurrently around it to the top. Then you come. We call the shaft, which I call the body, the shaft.
Okay.
Now, all this is attached to the body or your abdomen by organs and structures that hold it in place, right? Imagine like a crane. When you use a crane and you are lifting a crane to fetch sand, the way it lifts, you have mechanisms that cables and things that hold that lift it up, and then. So we are trying to elongate it. We'll cut some of these cords. We'll cut some of these muscle structures that actually hold it firmly in place, and make it, when it comes up, it looks longer. But actually, it's not, because the same thing from your abdomen, you just elongate it from your abdomen. We give you about 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter increase. The problem with that is that because right now, structurally, what is supposed to hold it firmly in place whilst you are having, you are making love to your partner or your wife, it's not there. There's chances of you having tears. Because whatever mechanism is also hold and carry that weight of sand that you're supposed to lift, it can't do that anymore. Another thing that can also happen is that this structure that we've cut can re-heal and actually shorten it now.
Okay. So now, you see, God, so we say to women or girls that why are you engaged in BBLs? Why are you doing this? God gave you this, it's natural. We guys too, God gave us uncircumcised, male organs. Why do we circumcise them?
Medically,
yes.
The foreskin traps a lot of germs and dirt. The way it works, it traps a lot of germs and can retain a lot of infection. Because it's a loose skin that encloses the tip of the penis, it covers it.
But there must have been a just genuine.
No, it's part of a connection. Is developmental connection to your mother during development of a child. So, ideally, when it comes off, it actually increases more sensitivity and makes it more sensitive. Because there's no foreskin before your skin.
So, is this something you advise?
I advise that people should do it.
Okay. This from a medical perspective, not religious perspective.
Medical perspective, that you should get it done. And also, we prefer it done earlier when the child is younger, because then it's very painful procedure.
Okay.
How long does it take to heal?
Oh, some can take about a week, 2 weeks to heal with the right, like keeping the area dry.
That's for the little ones.
That's the little ones.
How about the adults?
But adults, because of the way you're adult now, you're not building cells at the rate at which a young child is like developing and replacing cells. So it's a bit slower.
Gotta be celibate for a while.
Oh.
Okay. Doc, still talking about size. Still talking about size, right? We saw the charts of the average size. And
right.
I saw another one where it's like above average.
Above sea level.
You're saying that it's a package that you come with. It's not something that you can fix. It's genetic. So let's say a person comes with a bigger than usual package.
Bigger than average. Okay.
Yes. Do you have any procedures to help them like reduce the size?
Right now, research, we don't have the means to do that safely, as compared to a breast implant where we've designed it safely and able to do that safely. Remember the BBLs, we are not able to do this safely now because we still. But if you look at breast implants, people don't usually have problems with breast implants because for years we've done it better and better. So I can't really say that there's a way for us to unless it's becoming a problem for you where it's not functioning.
Okay.
Then we look at the underlying reason, because sometimes it's not structural.
It's possible for it to like have too much length and it won't work.
It won't work. Yes.
But see, then based on this question, Doc, what was this whole thing about the people who were shrinking sizes?
that was a lie.
The vanishing.
The vanishing.
That was a whole that's the total social media. It's a fallacy.
It's clearly wasn't possible.
Because it's a hoax. It's not, and it will come back. Something else will come up soon.
Yeah, because people were screaming that they've lost it, and all of these things. So when they are taking
something else will come up soon.
Like, I mean, right now, when I was doing this, somebody also asked me that, can the penis get smaller? Since we are talking about, can it get smaller than what you have now? Yes, it can.
What causes that?
What?
Overweight.
Oh.
If you're gaining too much weight, if you are if you're not exercising, you're not living a healthy life, it can get smaller.
Small to which point? Beyond the micro one that you showed us?
Maybe beyond. Maybe you lose about 1 centimeter to 2.
I mean, that's why they say the Chinese and the Asians per se, as not that they eat too much. I'm just saying that they genetically, it's assumed that they haven't heard of an Asian that is carrying an excessive, overweight. But it is assumed that they come out.
Yeah, because
really,
they also say that Asian women like black men a lot.
I mean, they say once
There's
you go
that assumption.
black, you can't
Or
go
there's
back.
that. I mean, he has been to China because you can tell us.
I don't think he's seen.
Well, that's
he went to
true.
China to watch meal.
No, he would know.
But when you say he's been to China, I
Sometimes
mean,
I was saying this in the other room with Debbie, right, the producer, and I was discussing with her how women see a gentleman in tight trunks, right, and let's say it's a bigger package than this, they all get excited. But the question is, if I go back and ask them, which of you want to try, the numbers will reduce. Which of you want to see it? Everybody will want to see it. But do you really want to try it?
So it's like going to the zoo.
Basically, you want to pet the animal, but if I open the cage, you wouldn't. That's how it is. So I think the perception then went driven back to us men and our own identity, because the penis is part of our identity and our confidence. Just like the breast and the butt and the facial, it's all part of a woman's identity and her hair, right? So you want to enhance it and look better to give you more confidence. Men believe a certain perception that women want a certain size, that this size is better, this size bigger is better, and all that. At a point in time, cell phones were like that. The bigger it was, the better it was, and now we've shrunk it.
yeah, I mean, it started off the other way around. The smaller it was, the better.
Now when we
displays.
did the data analysis and asked women, we wanted to ask women what size is best. We knew that by asking women, you get a biased opinion. So we use a data that is unbiased in the sense that what kind of sex enhancement objects or toys do they buy online? Because the data that, you have variety, there's endless sizes that you can buy. So you were wondering, when they took the data, they look at the top 5 sizes that women bought. Top 5 sizes. They realized that when you do the average, it falls between 5.1, 5.3 to 6. So it's still the average. And even with those objects, you realize that they have handles and others. So it's not the full thing that goes in.
Okay, Doc, since we are on, Jason, a second, please. Since we are on that, with types of, what causes those different types of, we showed a diagram that was straight. That's what you focused on. But sometimes in certain men too, they are coiled and all of those things.
Right.
What brings about all those?
So there are genetic malformations. Sometimes the muscle tissue on one side. So some of these traction devices are used to try to straighten some of them. That's what it was designed for. They were used for straightening, and people just thought it would be a good idea to elongate it. So some people have curved penises, some is not straight. Some of them, when they are even using the washroom, they have to redirect because it can be facing this direction. You have to redirect to that side, because if you left alone, the pee will go the different direction. There's sometimes the urethra itself is deviated.
Are those of any harm to the female?
No, it's not. It's not, because when it goes in, it straightens itself out. It's a muscle. It can't. It's not a fixed. It's not a fixed iron rod.
Wait, what?
It straightens itself out if it gets. Oh, okay.
Because the vagina is not a fixed structural concrete-like thing that the penis goes in there. So whatever shape the vagina is, the penis will take that shape. So if it's curved, it's going to go in there and curve towards a certain direction.
Because it is said that I've heard some ladies say they have preference to such as.
Yeah, because it's maybe hitting a certain sensitive areas that maybe the straight one wouldn't. But basically, if a woman reaching orgasm,
I've asked it for you.
Scientifically proven that a woman reaching orgasm is basically clitoral stimulation. 90% of it is clitoral stimulation. The penile aspect is basically a 10% aspect of it.
Okay, so now to that question on the screen, that are there medications, and if they are there, what are those supposed to be doing that maybe they're not working? But for those who assume that it works,
so the idea, some of these medications are mixed with aphrodisiacs, some are mixed with Viagra. For people, Viagra was designed for somebody who can't keep it up and all that, because they are on hypertensive drugs. Right, so certain medications actually affect your ability to have an erection. So Viagra comes in and strengthens it and helps you do that for older ages. Right, now some people actually crash this and mix it with the drug. So you take it and then it feels like it's stronger, it's tougher, and it's standing, but it doesn't make it longer. And there are side effects to that. I always tell people that when you use drugs to bypass the natural occurrences of the body will adapt to it.
Yeah.
If you use drugs to bypass the natural sleep rhythm of your sleep cycle, your body will adapt in the sense that it will stop naturally going to sleep. You have to use medication to sleep.
Yeah. So I want to ask the ladies in the house. I mean, not to this thing, but I just want to find out that that statement that they say that does size really matter. I know in most answers you'd hear they'll probably say that not really not supposed to, but equally when it is the opposite, because when you ask the question it is perceived that you're looking at big, but if you look at the opposite where it is the micro as we saw on the screen, and that question comes to you again, that does size really matter, what would be the response to that? I mean, I'm sorry, but
when it comes to the micro,
yeah, you know, when we ask the question that does size matter, we lean towards the macro,
bigger one, yeah,
the macro economy.
Is that big or small?
Yes, but when we ask,
size matters. Yes. Do you have your answer? Are you okay with the answer?
So, if you want to elaborate on that and ask a woman that does the size really matter, the next question she will ask you is that what is the person actually doing with it? Are you just standing still? Because penis length, right? The vagina itself has a length until you hit the uterus, until you hit the cervix, the cervical opening. That's a problem. You can't keep pushing against something that is not supposed to go through.
Okay, so
there's a length it can accommodate. That's why the whole thing can't go.
So is the average also for women?
The average length that a woman can take actually is between 5 and 5.5.
So anything more than that is just hurting you.
It's hurting you.
But people also make this argument that if a baby can come out of it, then anything can go into it.
Yes.
Out.
I wanted
the baby
to talk. A baby
not
out.
Vagina cavity.
It's not a vaginal cavity. It's in the uterus.
No,
it's the womb cervix. Sorry.
That some
the
people,
same thing that expands. I understand here.
Yeah, some
you mean
people
5?
say that.
Yeah.
The process is different. The process is different.
It expands, so it doesn't elongate.
It
Different
opens up.
width-wise.
The pelvic bone shifts and it opens.
But why
up
won't the pelvic bone shift?
The pelvic bone actually dislocates.
Because the direction is different.
We're not talking about
Water breaks and the motion is outward. During coitus, the motion is
inward.
inside.
So
and
those
there's
who
more
say that should
contraction.
stop saying
So
that.
your body closes up during sex to increase the friction and everything. That's why it lubricates, so that there's more intensity and things can be stimulated. But during birth, it opens to reduce the friction so the baby can come out.
Professor.
So it's opposite.
Okay, all right. Thanks for that. Also, for the X-rated movie stars, right? We see that sometimes their penises are, just out of the world.
Yeah,
from
bro, I don't
videos
know.
that
what you have
my
seen.
brothers Jay Foley and Cyril show me, from the videos that these two show me, right? You see that they have really elongated and big penises, right? If you say that medications don't work, there are stories also told of they taking medication to get to that size. Is there any truth?
There's no truth to that.
So
if you ask any of them medically, if those drugs actually, they'll tell you no. They're chosen. That's how they do the vetting for some of these things. They are chosen based on size.
Since you want to mention our name, there's just about 100 men who run within the entire adult movie industry, just for statistical understanding.
Mandingo and a few other stars.
It's just the same 100 guys.
That rotation. It's on
That are
rotation.
rotation. And it's the women that keep changing. Every 6 months there's a new female adult actress. But the same guys have been in it forever,
Since
because that's how rare it is.
Because those numbers are outliers.
The same guys have been in this since you started watching 30 years ago.
So statistically, that's how rare it is. Okay. That's why those guys are also so heavily promoted, and those same pictures and videos go around on everybody's phone. But if I asked you about women, there's too many to even identify, because the selling point of pornography is the taboo. If they were showing average size manhoods on the poster, nobody would watch. But people need the anomaly to go, oh my God, and then they click. So it's bait. So those guys are the unicorns.
The same thing those who sell those drugs use, the same images they use on their signposts.
Exactly.
Bigger, better, even with the bat and the thing, they show this bigger
So
thing.
one thing I want to know is with this whole conversation, because I'm sure that people are listening who fall in each range of
Category,
what we're actually spoken about. And it's interesting to me, the articles I read and where the world is now, and how it is quite difficult to, per what people's perspectives, right, to separate biology from what society expects, right? Yeah. So we're talking about this, that, these are the facts of what goes on. This is what is going to work. This is what this does. And then there's what these expectations of people are that, okay, you're saying this, but if I'm having a conversation with a couple of people, these are the expectations based on what we've seen in movies, on screen, and all these other things. So as a doctor, right, what I want to know is, do you think we're going to ever get to a point where we can actually separate? Because social media has exacerbated these things, right? Where now it's things that are not true are actually pushed. For example, you know, there are people who say gender is now a construct. It's not a real thing, right? Yeah. There's no man and there's no woman, right?
Actually, Trump has fixed that.
Thankfully.
There's a billion other kinds of people in the world now. Right. So people actually, I feel, go to doctors and have these discussions based on not the fact that they don't think what they have won't work, but based on what society is telling them and society is pushing, right? So again, I mean, I feel like for your position, sometimes it might be a difficult position you're in, telling that this is fine, but they're saying, I'm not seeing this. For example, a Lamborghini is nice, but maintaining and driving a Lamborghini in Ghana is a whole different thing. There was a study that showed that I think over 70% of millionaires in the world actually drive Toyotas.
Yeah.
But the average guy who's coming up tell you, I want a Lamborghini. Right? So I just want to know the position that you as a doctor are putting right now, trying to explain these things to the average person, even though we talk about it, we know the dildos girls are buying and all these things. It's quite interesting.
Dildos way bigger than us, bro. Like, I don't get it. Like,
no,
it's a crazy position, I think.
So the issue comes with us even when people are doing counseling for marriage, right? We sometimes raise this question with them that what does it mean for you if it's smaller as a woman? What does it mean to you if it's bigger? And you can hear varying opinions, and they'll laugh about it, but it's a serious conversation we are having. Because a lot of marriages, a lot of cheating that happen because somebody feels unsatisfied in the relationship. It's a conversation partners need to really have. That if ideal situation, would I prefer that show me yours, showing mine. This is it. Do you want to continue or we stop here? You get it? If ideal situation, that's how it should be. Show me the money, I'll show you the car. Right? But it's not so. So people then find out after the marriage that maybe because of the person I've been with a couple of years ago, I'm used to a certain threshold, and the person might not be hitting that threshold. That person also, that gentleman also was somebody who maybe liked the gentler, liked a certain way and liked what he had, right? So one size doesn't fit all, neither. So you need to have that conversation with that person and say that you can do much more without the pennies for a woman. I feel men, we don't listen enough. We apply a lot of.
We are going to.
Yes, I'm being honest here because
go there.
We think that being with a lot of women has given us the experience to be the next woman. No, it doesn't. It doesn't apply. The principle doesn't apply. If you take, let me tell you this. Women are so complicated.
Do you know at 6 a.m. every morning they all meet in a WhatsApp group and they are given the order by their boss and they go out and they go out to lunch.
Women,
big WhatsApp group.
Women are so complicated that we have a whole department in medicine for them. You don't hear ups and gynae. Who do you think was designed for? You think ups and gynae is about you? No, yours is urology. We have ups and gynae for women. We have maternity for women. We have child welfare for women.
Thank you for coming.
So what I'm trying to say that a woman can tell you that if you do this so and so and so, it makes me reach orgasm. It helps me reach where I need to get to. Right? If a woman doesn't teach you that principle, you can play the whole match and not score a single goal.
So back to what I said, do you just change your partner?
You don't change your partner. You learn from your partner.
But why should it be? Why should it be a man's responsibility to help a man reach orgasm? Did she help him reach orgasm?
You know, he didn't say that the man should learn the woman solely. We said you learn your partner, and so that's because the two of you have to do the learning.
So, I still have a question. Why should it be the man's responsibility to help the man reach orgasm?
How do you men reach orgasm?
You also help him reach. What happens?
No,
I have a question for you. You always ask me a question, right? Let me ask you a question here. That will help you understand this.
The male reach orgasm.
Let me explain something to you. Some men take 5 minutes to reach orgasm. Yes. Some men by just visualizing will reach orgasm. Some men with a touch. Some 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Yes. Problem is that when a man reaches orgasm, he's done.
Yes.
What happens to a woman? Her system is. A woman is like a diesel engine. It takes time for you to heat up and go faster. A man is like a petrol engine. You start now, we go. It's two different mechanisms that are working. So
then
why?
you find
So the
you
idea
should
is,
find the right diesel to buy.
I mean, like
You just showed us a chart. Then find the right diesel to buy. No, but why would you want to?
no, but that's not about size.
That's
That's not about size, though. That's not about size. There are some people who are bigger, and then it takes them an hour to reach others.
See.
There's some who are bigger who within minutes they've solved themselves. But so the principle is, if you feel your partner takes time to reach orgasm,
Yeah.
and she tells you that if you do this and kiss me behind the ear and you're saying this and you're doing that and do that, it helps me reach there faster. Isn't that the formula? If you're in a hurry, do this, do that. They've given you the formula.
unless no matter what, your partner is not satisfied.
Yes.
Unless
that.
Okay.
Because there are outliers and everything, right? So if the person tells you this, and you know that, okay, with her, it will take me about 30 minutes to let her get to where she needs to get to. With me, like 5 minutes, like I'm good. Because she knows what to do. Why don't you let her get there a couple of times? And then when you're done, do yourself. And everybody's satisfied.
I just want to put
Have
this
you
in
seen an
again that-
unsatisfied woman in the morning before?
Doc, have you seen an unsatisfied man because the woman has reached where she wants to reach before and leaving the man?
But women
How would
reach.
they leave you?
Women never leave you. They'll sleep in the middle of the night. They'll wake you up. Women don't like owing. A woman never likes owing. That's one thing. A woman never likes
This
owing.
is going down in terms. Women don't like owing.
Yeah, that's why if you give money to a woman for a business, there's chance that she'll bring your money back more than a man. Because a woman doesn't like to owe. Women don't like to owe. So a woman, you do whatever she needs to get to. You buy all the flights, do everything you need to do, and then for some reason, the men are listening to me. If you are married, try this. Let her get everything she needs to. Let her reach whatever she's going to do, and intentionally don't come. Plant in your head, don't reach orgasm, and watch how she reacts.
Yeah, should want to make sure you are.
Are you okay? Why not?
Yeah,
Why don't you want?
yeah.
Do you?
Doc, I agree.
They are agitated by the whole principle that you didn't get what you are supposed to
Based on
get.
experience, I
So
agree.
they expect us to be also agitated.
Yes,
So that's an expectation.
that's an
Okay, from
expectation.
them.
So,
Yes.
So then, if so,
No, but that's what he just said.
if
right?
man,
Which makes sense.
This is
He's
Jason.
only
Let me
saying
say
it
something.
to say that
Let me
you
say
should
something.
meet each other
There's needs halfway.
You see,
Each other's needs.
see,
That's
so
all
if a
he's
man is
saying.
in need of satisfaction,
Right.
and I'm saying this, if a man is in need of satisfaction and approaches a man for assistance,
Yes.
you see how they obey the man the hospital before you go give her the
Right.
satisfaction.
If that's not your woman.
That's why when you reach
Is
there,
that a woman?
that's why when you
Is
reach
that the
there,
question? Is that a woman?
If
No, I'm
it's
just
your
saying-
woman,
you say-
she'll-
No, you have to say
she'll
what?
give
Because
you-
is it a woman you're talking about or
Yes.
somebody you just met?
oh dog, these questions you don't ask them.
Answer.
Let me put the mic off and talk. But anyway, so
Answer. Answer
I've seen you. I've come, Lenny. I'm in dire need of help. You rush me, make me buy a car, Lamborghini,
Of
house, this, that's and so I want to get there now. I should help you to reach there.
No, but intentions matter as
before
well.
that,
But if
there's a-
it's your wife, you
there's a
wouldn't have to
diagram,
go through all of that.
And that's why
So go to your
that's why
wife.
it's important for partners, females, to understand the importance of sex in a relationship
It
and
is
never
important, yes.
ever
Use it as a blackmail or anything. No,
as distraction.
nobody should use that.
Yeah, I like what you're saying
It's
now.
wrong for people to use it as a way to
Lenny,
get what they want.
have you heard?
It's never been right.
Yeah. Then
Yeah, some
argument
ladies
that
happen.
when we ask you,
So-
you say no, I don't want to do it. To give it to
So
you.
there's-
no, wait.
There's a chat I want to put on the screen.
Let's
Have
run
you
it back.
dated anybody in?
No, wait.
Oh no, I'm only asking a question. This is very important. I want to put a chat on the screen. Have you dated anybody in and please feel free to answer, the ladies especially. Singapore, Malaysia. Okay, let me move on to Canada. What about Russia?
That's your chat.
Okay, so can we blow this up a little bit? I know it's a bit masked on the screen, but this just gives a rough idea. I don't know how true.
Okay,
this
so
is, but
there
this
you
is
go.
just-
There's your numbers.
Yes.
So
Yes.
the red, so it's based in inches,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
The red zone is between 3.8 to 4.6 inches in length of a penis.
Debbie, thank you very
Penis,
much.
Sorry. Then we have orange where 4.7 to 5.5 inches. Then yellow 5.6, 6.2
You see
inches.
Congo in the green.
So we have Congo being 7.1, and then 6.9 Ecuador.
Where's Ghana?
Ghana is 6.8.
Ghana is in the green.
I can't see Ghana.
6.8.
Force
Ghana
nine.
is in the
Oh,
green.
okay.
Force 9.
Hey.
Assist. 3 goals, 4 hat tricks.
Don't joke with Congo. Is that what?
4 hat tricks, you know.
Yeah, I mean, quite interesting. I mean, and this is almost true. Even
Yeah, but look at population wise. Where's the highest population?
yeah, I mean, we'll have
The red zone.
The red zone. Yeah.
So does it really matter? The whole basic principle of
People confuse sex for reproduction.
reproduction. You see you see the fertility rate in that place?
It means the women are also very fertile there.
Very good.
Extremely.
Yeah, because if one drop can just get to 1 point something billion people, then that's
Okay, so Doc, please, I just want to say something, right? I think one thing I've also studied about human beings is no matter what, so the slightest extent, we are intrinsically selfish. Like everything we do, even the people when they have
self-satisfaction first.
Yes, even like when you're having a baby, for some people it's for society, for some people they want to have their lineage, for some people they want. So when it comes to these kinds of conversations, right, between a man and a woman, and this statement I'm going to say is very selfish, right? A man needs to orgasm to have a baby. A woman doesn't need to orgasm to have a baby. That's very, very interesting to me, true. Right? So can we understand that it's never actually going to be 50-50? That somebody's going to have to accept that.
Interesting.
Some days. So yes, it's not going to be always 50-50 in a marriage. So the thing is that today is 50-50, tomorrow is not. You should accept that it's not going to be that way. It doesn't rain every day.
So to add to what you're saying and to take a point of biblical and biological wisdom to it.
Like you high
the female body, both in non-human and in humans, consciously organizes itself for procreation. From the menstrual cycle to the ovulation in humans, from heat in animals and blah blah. Whether there's a guy present or there isn't a guy present, if you put 1 million women on an island, they would still ovulate. They would still feel that biological urge. If it was sheep, they would come on heat. So the biological function of the female species supersedes that of pursuing sexual pleasure.
Right.
Men have the purpose by being the containers of the life force or whatever, that we have the purpose to be driven to these things to ensure the survival of the human race.
Which is a very important part of God's creation.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
But the aspect that has gotten out of hand is that because it is so entrenched in pleasure, we have fueled the desire for the pleasure to the point where it has superseded the real reason why we have genitals.
Yeah.
Your genitals are not here for doggy style. Your genitals are for here so that we don't finish as human beings. Did you get it? And when a woman is ovulating,
and that's biblical.
Yes, and nature.
That's nature.
When
nature
a woman is, I've been raising dogs for the longest time, and every time a female dog comes on heat, her entire behavior changes. She probably won't eat. She go follow the boys around the whole house. Right? If you go and chain and separate them, she'll be wailing like her life is in danger. Blah blah blah. And even for human beings, some women get clingy. Like, I mean, I'm not a woman.
Yes, biologically. Yes.
Biologically, hormones will change. You didn't call me, and I told you I was hungry. All that is, you don't know what's going on. So there's 3 things to it. There's pleasure, which is a whole different world. There's biology, which is nature, which is a whole different world. And there's, if you are religious, there's the purpose for why we are here. The unfortunate thing is that it's the same 2 tools.
No, it's for all the 3 things.
So it's really about, so to your point, it's really about who you are. If you're a single bachelor or bachelorette, blah blah blah, then
you want job.
Saving the human race
is not part of your job. It's not a problem.
Doc, I think you've answered this question before, but I just want to bring it back in previous conversations. For those who masturbate as well, does that in any way can increase the size?
No, it wouldn't.
Okay.
It wouldn't. It's people have been using that as an excuse to masturbate.
I actually heard it's bad.
It's really bad. It's wrong. It's a wrong attitude. It's a wrong thing to do. Don't do it. If you have an addiction, please see a psychologist or someone who can help you, because it will get to a point. You don't want to get to a point where you don't desire women anymore.
Like your dopamine caps, right?
Yeah, because then now the pleasure senses is gone beyond. Yeah. Now a woman is not enough for you. So you are down with your partner or your wife, and then you go into a room somewhere and she finds you. Do you know what it means to a woman for her to see you do that?
Sheesh. Wait, is it that bad if you see guy?
Why are you asking?
I mean, he said a woman. It's the same way for a man. When a woman, you are done with her and then she goes to the next one, she uses a toy.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Why are you trying to tell me?
For a done man,
No, I mean, you're not.
he's cool.
I don't even love the woman.
Whatever you do beyond that point, so
I don't think
see, you know the love
it may
woman.
not be for all men. It may not be for all men.
You think a man is worried to find out that his partner has gone to the next room to go and use a
Yes, I
toy?
saw that. No, are you trying to say I'm not good enough?
It's not.
That's
not
why I said
enough.
for some men.
You're not enough. enough.
It's
For
not.
some men,
It's
some
not.
men
Wait,
are
wait,
very
let's-
nonchalant. They will not care.
Okay, some don't care.
But for
yeah.
other men, it will mean
means a
that
lot, yeah.
it's-
You see,
it's- it tells badly on you.
One, it's about communication. If you make your self-pleasuring a secret, right, then it becomes something removed from your partner, because there is such a thing as mutual masturbation. Okay, so that's one. Two, it's about sexual chemistry, right? These toys.
You know, people take it out, that word.
What,
Because like the chemistry of sex itself, people
Yeah.
think that you need to be compatible with the person, physically, appearance, blah blah,
When your
financial.
endorphins are
But
rising, everything.
if compatibility of sex is a serious issue,
Yeah.
Hey, dog.
it causes
You
people. It
understand?
causes people to
So
cheat.
these are all.
Because he's not getting what he's supposed to get.
These are all things that, I don't know, it's a very touchy subject, so people don't talk about it, and everybody
Yeah.
just goes and turn the light
Yeah,
off, and then it's a
facts.
big disaster and blah blah blah. But these are all, it's so multi-layered, so it's not just one size fits all. If your husband has to go and hide after intimacy with you and go and be sweating in the bathroom, there's a bigger problem in
Terry
your marriage.
Crews, man,
There's
that
a
nearly
bigger
destroyed his marriage.
problem
Yeah,
in
he
your
talked about it, yeah.
there- there-
Terry
there's a
Crews,
bigger problem in your relationship than what he's doing in the bathroom. That's the effect
You know,
of the
people say,
problem
someone
happening.
will say, I prefer you go and
If-
cheat than do that.
Yeah, if your
Oh.
wife, if you accidentally find something vibrating in your wife's bag by accident, bro, there's a bigger problem in your marriage. Because if this is your wife or your girlfriend, you should know that this is this person's sexual
This is what he
Preference,
likes.
sexual preference, yeah.
Bro, you should be the one sending her the toys to build that rapport, and you get what I'm saying. So so if you go hide where they catch you, the bigger problem the person where you were just naked with, why are you hiding?
You're right.
Like, does it make sense? Like, when God said that,
hiding
I'm
always
making the
has to
food
be
with
yeah,
you,
right,
like,
I'm naked.
No,
But
but
like,
maybe when sometimes this lack of communication is there, then that's when these things will happen. But
Right.
also sometimes you can't blame the people. Some people are maybe shy
Yes.
to open up to their partners to say that.
What's that?
hiding
Because-
emotions.
You see the word
You know-
use.
you know-
see the word you use. It's a big.
shy.
You use the word shy and partner. Then it's not your partner.
Yes.
No, it's what I'm saying. No, but some people are.
Because some
There are
I'm
some
saying that,
people who-
those people are not
okay,
serious.
it's true.
See, there are
Because
some
if you're dating a
people-
pastor, like
Wait, there
I
are
mean, I'm
some
happy
people.
you are getting aroused, but time is up.
Wait, there are some people who will get naked in front of their partners and may
You've
not be
seen-
able
you've
to
seen
have
a
sex
lot.
with them. There are some people who will have sex and then immediately after
Cover up.
they want to cover up.
yeah.
There's that. So
And where do
I,
you
That
fall?
one
I think it's
that's,
different.
That's what I'm saying. That all the scenarios you've given, Lenny, all the scenarios you've
Yeah.
given are bad.
Yeah.
The fact that maybe
Absolutely.
it's whatever is different, but all of that is bad, right?
I mean, that's why I
so
keep
you
saying
should be
that-
real with your partner. You
So
should be
so
able to-
so if
Naked
we
with somebody
do
that
so
you are lying to.
if we are
Yeah.
wrapping up in saying this, if we accept this as how important sex is between two people, and then it comes to that conversation because about marriage before sex and marriage after sex. It's very important. We'll talk about that on another blessed day. But ladies and gentlemen, I have to.
it will
bring
be
this.
good to have a man of God.
Yeah, because
In here
because
as well.
Oh, we will bring
because,
one.
because you may cross over and realize that
we'll bring-
the
we'll bring one
person
who is a doctor.
is not. And you see, Jason asked the point
That'll be good.
about 50-50. That how are you going to work yourself to reach that point that this person arouses you enough to stay on for the rest of your life? Should you want to find out that before the marriage and tell you that, listen, I think it sexually doesn't work with us. I love you, but it doesn't work with us. So I don't want us to take this on because I might end up cheating. All those things we'll just discuss that.
Big conversations.
Yes,
They're big convos.
Lenny's experience shall be of great help. to this
And yours as
conversation.
well.
Yes.
And see, the married people and the non-married people.
Yes.
On that note, thank you so very much for being here with us this morning. Thank you very much, Jason. AC, I gave you all names. Practisoir. Anyway,
Say professor.
That name shouldn't come to stay. Please. I
Sure.
beg you
You
people.
don't know, it's gone. It's
Thank
taken
you.
away. It's taken
He's
away.
going to say
We'll only
so.
discuss it off air. All right, we're back here same time tomorrow on a Wednesday edition of Culture Daily. Thank you so very much, and we out.
Culture Daily was brought to you by Telecel.